So you've been playing Elden Ring for a while, and there's still quite a bit of stuff you haven't done. You haven't been able to get to Nokron and get the Mimic Tier. Yeah, you haven't been able to get to Radahn because you've had to go through the horrendous Redmane Castle, and you either can't be bothered to do that or too low a level. You haven't been able to get the Black Knife Tish Summon Ashes. And know what you're thinking. What is the use for all of this? Well, if I told you, you also had to get to the Moonlight Altar and get the Black Knife Summon Ashes location to get the best intelligence greatsword in the game. This is all locked behind one very specific quest. This quest belongs to Ranni the Witch. Yep, Ranni the Witch, the person that gave you the spirit summoning bell at the very beginning of the game. Yeah, you need to do her quest. But how? Where? I haven't seen her again since the very beginning of the game. Where is she? How do I start this quest? And more importantly, how do I complete it? That's what I'm going to show you in this video. So, sit back, get a cup of water, or coffee, or chalky milk if that's what you prefer, and feel free to follow along. To start this guide, we're going to head to the Sorcerer's Isle. Now, if you followed my guide on how to get to the rune farm, then you should have already passed and rested at the Site of Grace. But for those who haven't, if you start at the Folly on the Lake and you head northwest, up and to the left of the Academy, you'll get to Sorcerer's Isle and Tetsu's Rise, and that's where we want to start from. Now, once you're here, you want to get on torrent and follow the path I take. Right, from here, see these ruins, the King's Realm ruins, run straight in and straight to the back. And there'll be a wall here normally, you just want to smack that, then rest at the Site of Grace. Right, from here, you see that castle thing up there? You want to head up there, so what you're going to do is get on torrent and follow the path I take. Just be aware that the first time you do this, there will be magical trebuchet things shooting at you, so be aware of that. Get ready to avoid those. Right, once you're here, rest at the Site of Grace. And again, follow the path I take, because in here, you can see them from here, those giant hands, yeah, they will most likely kill you. They're pretty difficult enemies. So, if you follow the path I take, you should be able to avoid most of them. Right, up these stairs here, turn left, and behind this little altar thing, there is an item on this corpse that's hiding down here. So grab that. Can't remember what it is, but it's loot, and everybody loves loot. Then touch this side of grace, rest at it if you used any Estus flasks or took any damage, and then follow the path I take. There will be phantom knights and archers that will spawn on these bridges, and they will try to attack you. So keep a lookout for them. They will also spawn glintstone pillars from the sky to try and attack you. So look out for those as well. Follow the path I take, and you should be alright. Once you reach up here, activate this side of grace and continue along this way. There is a golden seed down at that tree there, if you wish to collect it. And this wolf will most likely attack you. I do suggest killing it. Shouldn't be too hard. Now, follow where I go from here. Now, once you're up here, there is an item as well as a stake of America just here, which you are going to need as there is a fairly difficult boss fight ahead. You will need to fight Loretta of Carrier Manor. She is a spirit knight on horseback. You can't use torrent in here, so you have to stay on the ground while she's on horseback, slinging spells at you and hitting her with a mace club thing. And being a spirit, she doesn't take bleed build up or anything like that, so very, very difficult to cheese this boss. Not sure if you can, but if you can't beat it, may I suggest just leaving, leveling up, coming back later, and beat it normally, because that's what I did, and it worked fine. But once you beat her, rest at the side of grace, and come out this way. You will see a tower in front of you, and then the tower to the left. Ignore the tower in front of you. This will be important later, but it's not important at the moment. Follow the path I take, and you can avoid the dragon guarding the second tower. Right, now you will have arrived at Ranni's Rise. Head through this door, up the stairs, and interact with the side of grace. Now, head up these stairs and take the elevator up. Follow the stairs at the top of the elevator, the spiral stairs around until you find Ranni. Then, talk to her and she'll tell you some stuff, and then she'll ask if you are willing to serve her. You need to say yes, I will serve you. Then she'll tell you to go meet her associates. So you come downstairs, taking the elevator, come out here, and you want to talk to Spectral Iv'e. Come down these stairs, talk to Spectral Blade or Saluvius, can't remember which one is in here, and then talk to whichever one is in this room. Then you want to come upstairs and rest at the side of grace. So, after you do that, all the barriers around this tower will disappear, and if you listen to the dialogue, you will have heard that she wants you to go and find and help Blade in the Sciophra River. So, what you want to do is back in Limgrave, there is the minor Erd tree on the east side, closest to Caelid and the Third Church of Marika. What you want to do is head to Fort Height West. Now, from here, get on Torrent and head right to the minor Erd tree. Right, once you get to the minor Erd tree, there will be some Flask of Wondrous Physic brewing items in this little bird bath thing here. So you can grab those if you want, but what you want to do is come around to the front of it and you will see this big round thing. You want to enter that big round thing through the door just here and take the elevator down. I will just fast travel to the bottom to save time, but you will have to take the elevator down. Now, once you're at the bottom of the elevator, rest at the side of grace, or just touch it if you want, up to you, and follow the path that I take. Right, now once you make it down here, Blade will be standing on this ledge here. And you will talk to him, and he'll discuss stuff with you, and he'll go, yeah, we're trying to get Nocron out of the sky. Can you please go ask Saluvius how to do that? Because if anyone will know, it'll be him. So, yeah, he'll basically just keep saying that over and over again until you go and talk to Saluvius. So, what you're gonna do is you are going to fast travel back to Ranni's Rise, which is here. Ranni's Rise, and there's no point in showing you because it is the easiest walk ever. From Ranni's Rise, come down, around, and you're at Saluvius' chamber. So just follow this path that I'm making with the cursor on the map. If you just follow that, you'll get to Saluvius' Rise. When you get there and talk to Saluvius, he will say, he will talk to you, and he'll give you stuff for another quest. You can go and do that if you want, but for Ranni's quest, you want to finish all that dialogue, then talk with him again, and select the About Nocron option, and he'll be like, I knew this day was coming. Blade was too pathetic to come himself, I see, so he sent you. Here's a letter. Go take it to Sorceress Selene. She'll tell you what to do. She owes me a favour. And so what you want to do is fast travel, or if you haven't discovered it already somehow, walk to Waypoint Ruins. If you haven't discovered it, from Gatefront, literally just follow the path straight through the camp here, down, across the bridge, and south, and you'll see the Waypoint Ruins just off to the east. So, yeah, if you haven't found it there, that's how you get to it. But then what you want to do is go talk to Sorceress Selene, give her the letter, and she'll say that Radahn is holding the stars in the sky, and if you want Nocron to come down, you're gonna need to go kill Radahn. So, after you learn that knowledge, come back to Blade and tell him what you have learned, and he'll go, see, need to kill Radahn. Let's go do that. I'll meet you there. And he'll practically say the same thing over and over again if you keep talking to him. So what you want to do is you want to then go to the impassable gate bridge. If you haven't got there by now, it is in... If you haven't found it, then it is in Caelid. If you go from Summonwater Village outskirts, which is just from the Stormhill Shack, if you go east and follow that path, you'll come to Summonwater Village. If you go through there and keep following the path until you get to the Smouldering Church, from the Smouldering Church you want to go southeast, over all these cliffs and mountains and everything, around through this path to Salem Ruins, go past till you get to the Smouldering Wall, go through there, keep following that path, and then you'll get to a little forky bit here, near the southern Aeonia Swamp Bank. You want to go the southeast direction from that fork, keep following that path until you get to the impassable Great Bridge. Now, once you're here, you'll see this portal that is activated. Go through the portal, and it'll take you right outside the Radahn Festival. The Radahn Festival area. Go in there, talk to Blade, talk to anyone else in there, then talk to the guy with the funny hat, on top of the wall and tell him you're ready to start. Then he'll show an awesome cutscene. You should definitely watch it. After that cutscene, go back through the church and to the right in the church, and there'll be an elevator. Take that down, activate the summoning pool, and interact with the portal that's down there to teleport you to the Radahn boss fight. If you don't know what that's like, I will link a video. It won't be my video, sadly, but I'll link a video of the Radahn boss fight in the description so that you can go see what that's like and try and figure out his moveset and stuff. Although it's better to play the actual boss fight to do that, but I'll do it anyway. After you kill him, Blade will appear at the Star-Scourge Radahn side of Grace that spawns after you kill him. Talk to him, and he will tell you that it's time to go to Nokron. But first, you want to go and talk to Ranni. She will probably not say anything, but that means you're doing everything right. Or she will say she needs you to go get something for her. She'll either say nothing, which means you've somehow gotten a step ahead, or that she needs you to go get something for her from Nokron. So, what you're gonna do is go back to Fort Height West. Once you're here, get on Torrent, and you'll see this big, massive floating rocks thing in the sky. Yeah, that's Nokron. So, what you want to do, follow along the right side of the crater until you reach a little rampy bit, just here, a little rampy bit. And once you head down this ramp bit, head right to another ramp bit, and carefully start jumping down across the giant floating rocks here. And as long as you look before you jump, you won't fall off an edge and die. It sucks when you do that, trust me. But when you come in here, after you get here into this room, just follow the path I take, and I'll lead you straight to the first site of grace. Once you're here, use the side of grace, and then continue following my path. Once you're here, you'll see boss fog over there. You may be tempted to run straight to it, but there are these two enemies you'll need to take out first. The Sword Maiden can be a little difficult if you've never fought them before, especially if you're low level. But they're not the most powerful. Now what you want to do when you get here is jump down the little edge here that leads to the boss fog, turn around, grab the rune arc, and before you enter the boss fog, use arrow keys on keyboard and mouse to switch to an empty weapon slot, or the D-pad on a controller, switch to an empty weapon spot, and take off your armor. Then, head into the fog door, and run straight to the center here. When you do, a carbon copy of you will start forming in the middle here. If you keep all your armor and weapons equipped, like this idiot has, then it will be using the exact same armor and weapons and shield and everything as you. It only has one flask though, so it can heal once, but you shouldn't give it a chance to do that. Then, after it's fully formed, run all the way back to the fog wall here. Then re-equip your weapons, and either just kill it as quick as you can with your weapons re-equipped, or if you don't feel safe, go into your inventory and re-equip your armor as well. It'll deal like no damage to you if you unequipped your weapons. It'll just punch you and do like 1 damage a hit. So unless you've only got like 2 health, then it's not too big a deal. Then use the Side of Grace and continue to follow the path that I take. Once you get here, use the Side of Grace, and well, this part's a little difficult, so I suggest watching this all the way through before trying to attempt it yourself, because there is some pretty difficult parkour that you need to do to be able to get here. So, what you want to do is come back here and jump across to this rooftop. Then run across this rooftop, jump face first into that wall, walk across the edge here, jump right, then carefully jump over this ledge, because if you jump too far out you'll fall off and die. Then head this way, jump onto this little dome here, run past these enemies. Don't worry, they won't mimic you, but they'll mimic the pretty weak player-like enemies, so you don't want that. Continue to run along here and jump down onto this broken U-shaped pillar thing. Run across and jump in the window. Now, if you came here for the Mimic Tier Ashes, you're in luck, because after you grab this knife here, what you want to do is come in here, use a stone sword key on this golem, then crouch and sneak up behind the Sword Maiden and just backstab them. If it doesn't one-hit them, don't worry. Like I said earlier, they're a pretty easy enemy. Then open this chest and loot it, and you will have the Mimic Tier Ashes. Now, once you've grabbed those, come this way, down these stairs, jump off this ladder, and stick to the left. If you don't stick to the left, that boulder will come alive and will squish you. It'll squish you. That's what they do. They're boulders. They squish. Then come down these stairs to the left and use this Side of Grace. Now, from the Side of Grace, just run straight through here. Now, when you get to the end of here, there will be a portal. Do not use it. If you use it, you will be teleported out and you'll have to come back down here and run through here again. What you want to do is run straight through this door and open this chest. When you open this chest, it will give you the Finger Slayer blade and a rusty key. Now what you're going to want to do is jump down these stairs and use the portal. The portal will take you up back here. Now, for the next part of this quest, open the map and you might think, oh, go bring the blade to Ranni. She wanted the blade, right? Wrong! What you want to do first is head to the Raya Lucaria Grand Library, or the Ranala boss fight room. When you're in there, come just to the left here and open this chest and you'll get a ring. It's not a ring you can equip, it's not a talisman, just a ring. Now what you want to do is fast travel to Ranni's Rise. Okay. Once you're here, go up the elevator, give the blade to Ranni, and she'll go, right, I'ma go on a deep, dark, deep down journey. Don't follow me, don't try and find me. Disobey her. What you want to do is disobey her. You want to head downstairs, get on Torrent, and head back to the other tower you saw earlier, Ranni's Rise. If you came here earlier, ignoring my instructions of ignoring the tower, there will be there would have been a seal here before. There's not anymore because Ranni has gone on a deep, dark, deep down journey. What you want to do is take the ladder up, come to the right here, all the way up the stairs to the very tippy top chamber, and use the portal. When you're here, head to this coffin, grab the doll that looks like Ranni, and head to the side of Grace. Talk to the Ranni doll 3 times. She'll get angry at you and go, you disobeyed me, you're a scumbag. But you want me to feel better, you want me to forgive you, go kill this thing for me. Go kill this boss for me. And you have to go, okay. And to do that, to go kill that boss, you're going to need to follow the path that I take now. When you reach here, use the Side of Grace. You can talk to the Ranni doll again for some lore. Once you rest, continue on my path. Right. Use this side of Grace. You can talk to the doll again if you want some extra lore. Then run through here ignoring the enemies because they will shoot death at you. And if you get inflicted with death, you die instantly. Doesn't matter how much health you still have left. If you get death, you get dead. And once you enter this room, the baleful shadow will rise out of the ground here. It'll look like a dear friend. But kill him. Just kill him. Because he's a pain in the butt to deal with, and you need to kill him to continue the quest. But once you do kill him, come back to the side of Grace. Out here, again, running past the death lizards, death geckos, and rest at the side of Grace, and talk to the doll. Talk to Ranni again, and she'll say thank you. That was a tougher boss than I was expecting. I'm gonna continue my journey. You're forgiven. Goodbye. And well, most people you'd expect you'd leave this area. You'd go back to Ranni's tower or something. No, it gets worse. There's worse enemies, areas, everything you have to get through. Still, first, run back in here, past the death geckos again. You'll see them quite a bit there. They like hugs, the death geckos. They like hugs. They're not very good at hugs. They kill you every time they do, but they like hugs. But run into this little chapel thing here. And again, there's an elevator you'll need to take down, but I'll fast travel just for convenience. And you'll end up at the Lake of Rot. Once you're here, you may be a little intimidated, and you should be. Because this area is a pain in the butt. I suggest equipping your best immunity armor, because, well, it helps with Scarlet Rot, such as the mushroom armor. If you have the mushroom armor, equip that, because it is very, very good for this area. It looks stupid, but it is very good for this area. Then, what you're going to want to do is equip as many preserving boluses as you can. I'm not going to bother because, And then use a flask of wondrous physic with the regen thing in it. Use it, then mark the south side, and run. You might not need to mark it. You'll also be able to see it in the distance. The big chapel thing. Yeah, run there. I'm gonna speed it up a bit. See you again when we get there. Now, as soon as you get to the side of Grace, rest. If you don't rest, you're gonna die. Then, you can get back in your armor, or any other armor of your choice, just for fun. I'm gonna get the Hoslau armor. Then, follow the path I take. . when you get here, hop in these coffins. Once you get here, you will walk down this little area here, and there'll be a fog door. And this fog door is home to one of the most annoying bosses in the game. I got it killed in about 90 attempts, around the 90 attempt mark. It's very, very difficult, but it is possible. Once you kill him though, see that entrance to the cave on the other side? Yeah, you're gonna want to go in there, and when you go in there, there will be an elevator, like I did before. Instead of just riding the elevator, I'm gonna fast travel up for convenience. But it will take you to the Moonlight Altar. Right, once you're up that elevator, and at the Moonlight Altar, then get on Torrent, and follow the path straight up into that big broken building. A dragon is going to spawn and try and kill you. Just run past it, straight to the side of Grace at the back. Once you're here, head left, turn on the lantern or get out a torch or something, and carefully jump down this hole onto the little ledge here. If you fall straight to the bottom, you will most likely die. Then, follow this hallway that will most likely be full of messages, because there are a lot of messages here. And you'll see Ranni sitting at the base of the two fingers here. What you want to do is interact with her, and you'll give her the ring you got from that chest earlier, and she'll come back to life, say a big speech about stuff, and then she'll disappear. When she disappears, there'll be an item will spawn here. The item that will spawn is the Dark Moon Greatsword, the best intelligence greatsword in the game, and well, it's the Moonlight Greatsword that's been in every single other game made by From Software since Kingsfield. So yeah, you have that, and you may think you finished the quest line, she's disappeared, blah blah blah. Nope, there is one more step. What you have to do is teleport back to Ranni's Rise. When you get here, head downstairs. You'll hear screaming and yelling and incessant muttering. And when you head outside, you'll find Blade by this Black Knife Assassin corpse. And he will be crazy. He will be crazed. And you'll have to kill him. Killing him will give you his armor and his weapon, but you will have to kill him. So, I'm not sure if there's a way to save them. I think there might be, but I'm not sure. And after killing Blade, you have officially finished the quest line. If you want, you can go back and talk to Iji, and tell him about Blade's death, and he will say that he didn't do his job properly, he sucks, and he will say something about joining Blade shortly. If you rest at the side of Grace and come back, he will be dead, but on his anvil will be his bell bearing as well as his mirror helm. So, yeah, that is Ranni's questline. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell my friends about your channel. Leave a comment telling you if this helped. If it helped, you definitely should like and subscribe, because then you'll know when I release my next guide. If you are low leveled, then you should go watch my previous guide on an OP rune farm that I'm not sure if it was documented before, but I found it by being a coward, which was hilarious. And I'm not sure if there are other videos on it, but I have a video on it on my channel, and I show you how to get there, as well as how to do it efficiently. Spoiler alert, it involves not punching Vare when he calls you maidenless. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in my next guide. Goodbye.